Mississippi Beer Reviews, Volume 3, Coors Banquet. Now, Coors Banquet is a classic American lager. It's been around for several years. Matter of fact, if you listen to some guys talk, they talk about going to Louisiana to get Coors because it was not available in Mississippi for a long time. Up until, I don't remember exactly, I'd have to say somewhere in the 70s, something like that. And I don't understand why it wasn't available in Mississippi, but it was in Louisiana. I'm guessing it had something to do with the distribution, considering, it comes from up in Golden, Colorado. And anyway, I have, if I can find it, there it is. This is a Coors ashtray from the 70s. I'm not exactly sure if this has anything to do with the availability in Mississippi or not. This was my father's ashtray, and I've had it for many years. He had it for many years. So there you go. I've actually only seen one more of these in my life. So, one thing about Coors Banquet is that it's brewed with 100% spring water, okay, from Colorado. This here is a special edition can. It's a commemorative can, so it's, basically it's a copy of an old can. It has a little story on the back. It says, "Men of our word, when you make a promise, you keep it." In December of 1951, Aspen, Colorado was buried under a record-breaking 58 inches of snow. But folks at the local beer distributor weren't going to let a blizzard slow them down. They arrived right on schedule, delivering supplies of food and Coors Banquet by horse-drawn sleigh. Keeping your word. That's how legends are made. The Legend Banquet, since 1873. You will see now, Coors Banquet is not a very big seller. Matter of fact, now it is considered a budget brand beer, when in fact it is a premium beer. It's brewed with premium ingredients. There's nothing really cheap about it. And what happens a lot of times with most beer companies is when something quits selling as much, they drop the price, hoping that it'll start selling more. And in most cases, it does. So anyway, there's your little quick history about Coors Banquet. We're going to go ahead and pop the top on this. My frosted mug. Good. Straight down the middle. Pour. A little bit of smoke came out of the can. All right. Let that settle down for a minute. Looks like it's got a pretty good head on there. I'd say about a good 2.5 inch head. While we're waiting on it to calm down, we'll give it the smell test. Yeah, it kind of smells like Miller High Life, to be honest with you. This beer too kind of has the that cooked vegetable kind of smell, and I mean, I don't know why. None of these beers have vegetables in them. Okay, I guarantee it. None of them have vegetables. I mean, it's barley, hops, and yeast, water. I mean, pretty normal stuff. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of smell to it. Just a typical American lager. Go ahead and top it off there. Let's go ahead and dive right in there and give it the taste test. Really light, really watery, sweet. Got foam all over my mustache here. There's just not a whole lot to it. I mean, it's just like a typical, American lager beer. Highly filtered, highly clear, lots of bubbles streaming up. I can pretty much see completely through this beer. We'll give it another taste. It almost has a kind of a floral taste to it. I mean, of course, there's no flowers in this, but maybe the hops that they're using, I don't know. It almost tastes like flowers. It really does. The mouthfeel is very light, very watery. There's just not a lot to it. If you like Miller High Life, if you like Budweiser, you'll like Coors. I mean, just give it a try. Yeah, it's kind of sweet, light, watery. It's very refreshing. I mean, you can tell that the water in it is very good quality. It's very clean water. It almost tastes like you took a beer and you just poured water in it. Like I said, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. This is something, and it's very respectable too. I mean, you could go, say you go out to dinner, you go out on a date or something like that. It's very respectable. Coors Banquet. And for some reason, every time I think about Coors Banquet, I think about a bunch of cowboys sitting around at a table, like in a saloon in Texas or something. But there you have it. I mean, it's very refreshing. It's very light, very watery. It's got a good taste to it. It doesn't really leave much of an aftertaste. So I'm gonna have to give it a C plus because it is above average, but just slightly. It's not bad. There's nothing bad about it. It's definitely worth a shot. If you like American beers, go ahead. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's it's not quite as good as Miller High Life. It's better than Budweiser, in my opinion. But there you have it. So until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe and email bhicks51388@gmail.com. Later, guys.